Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to a brand new second and 10 NCAA style tournament. We're going to be doing the all decades tournaments and all that. So, what ends up happening is that what I did was I'm going to go through each decade of the NCAA teams in this game and have a kind of stylized tournament. NCAA tournament. So every team was in my 128 team NCAA Super Tourney, one team per school. I tried to name the best school prior to 2012 because second and 10 doesn't give me any seasons after 2012 for free. I have to buy it. What I did was I went through those 128 teams, and any team that was prior to 1950 automatically mixes tournament. Using the drop down list, I've then found 7 more. So 9 got in the tournament, was in the tournament representing the schools, and I added 7 more for the drop down list. Well, second and 10 gives you all the a lot of free teams and all that. There are some seasons that are taboo that you can't pick from, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, I have 16 teams. So here are the teams that you don't know. Well, 45 Army was the Army representative. 45 Indiana, the Indy representative. 1924 Notre Dame was represented in the 128 team tournament. Duke, 1938 was represented. Minnesota represented by 1940. A&M represented by the 39 squad. Tulsa by the 44 squad, and Vanderbilt 48. And then I added 7 teams. 32 UCLA, 34 Bama, 24 Illinois, 40 Michigan, 38 Texas Christian, 35 North Carolina, and 1921 Nebraska. So 1 round per week and all that. I might do what I call overlap. I'll probably overlap once we do the semifinals and all that. We'll do the semifinals 1940 1949, and then we'll overlap. It'll be every Saturday. I'm thinking that, well, there's 8 decades, do 4 rounds. That's 32 weeks. That's 8 months. So, but unfortunately, I want to do something by August, so I might have to overlap and all that, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, we start January 31st, 8 games. We're going to go, east to west, right? Well, there is one superstar match, and that's Notre Dame, Michigan. That'll be the final one. So we're going to go east to west. I believe, look at the map. Vanderbilt? No, North Carolina's more east. So 38 Texas Christian, 35 North Carolina will start us off. Davey O'Brien, the man who inspired the college quarterback trophy. Earl Clark, Logan Ware, Lacey McClanahan, the runners. Laura Corner and Don Maloney, the receivers. Offensive line. Allie White, Bud Taylor, Keith Aldridge, Forrest Klein, and Ivy Hale. North Carolina offensive line. Tom Evans, Paul Pendergraft, Big Daniel, Emma Joyce, and John Trinity. Now the thing is between the 1900s and 1929 squads is that A, they pretty much pass out a necessity, and B, they'll play both offense and defense. Matchups, both sides are out there. Yes, everything. First down.
Flag on the play.
Offside. Defense.
Flag on the play.
Offsides. Offense.
Flag on the play.
Holding.
Offense.
Defense.
Oh, that's why.
First down.
Jim Hutchins, Harry Montgomery, and Herman Snyder. Your ring backs Dick Buck and Bill Morning receivers. O-line. Tom Evans, Paul Pendergraft, UB Daniel, Joyce, John Trippy. Texas Christians D-line. Corner, Ellie White, Bud Taylor, Don Mooney. Johnny Sparks, Keith Eldridge, and Morton Wilkinson. No Johnny Paul, he's hurt for Texas Christian. No Clark, Gabriel, Brandon, John Paul, and Guerrero. Plays 3 yards.
First down.
Flag on the play.
Intentional grounding. Offense. Loss of down.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. First down. Timeout. Offense.
That kick is no good.
Is it right about the year? Remember, field goal kicking was not as prevalent for the kickers on plays as they are now. 12-6. Let's look at the box score. Jackson 3 for 8, 22 yards and a pick. O'Brien 9 for 19, 130 with the touchdown to Earl Clark. Jackson ran for a touchdown. They missed the extra point. O'Brien ran for a touchdown but missed the extra point. With 3 minutes left, they almost lost, but Texas Christian survives 12-6. The drives, well, you know how it is. 32 minutes possession to North Carolina 27. Box score recap. Texas Christian had the first down. They had the passing yards, not the rushing yards, and all of that. Hall out for Texas Christian, but they still win the game 12-6. All right, so let's go to. I think Alabama's more. Who's more east? Alabama or Tennessee? I think Tennessee's more east. Tennessee. I think it's Tennessee, then Alabama, then Oklahoma. Yeah, so Vanderbilt goes next against 1921 Nebraska. Yeah, Vanderbilt, that was their 2-point underdog. Nebraska. Dave Noble, Floyd Wright, and Glenn Haskins are your running backs. Aaron Swanson, Leo Sher, receivers. O-line. Roy Lyman, John Kiesling, Carl Peterson, Joe Lopez, and Tony Vanderbilt. Offensive line. Dutch Cantrell. They think that's the rest of the best. Dutch Ben Brown, John Clark, Ken Carl Clark. Oh, sorry, I'm completely confused. Vanderbilt was supposed to be their defense. Yeah, the D-line, Doug Milesberger, Charlie Hoover, Russ Huckleberry, Charlie Spear, Jim Tabor, Aaron Schooner, and Calhoun are your linebackers. Joe Hicks, Billy Football, Lee Allen, Nick Bennett.
Flag on the play.
Personal foul. Defense.
Wow, Herbert.
First down.
Flag on the play.
Kicking. Receiving team.
Glenn Swanson, Roy Lyman, Carl Peterson, Leo Sher, John Kiesling, Joey Kirkwood, and Marvin Layden, linebackers, Harold Harvey, Dave Noble, Floyd Wright, and Glenn Preston.
First down. First down.
Quarterback situation for Nebraska didn't really do that well. I mean, very good night offensive driven 29. Look at the 10 possession, almost even by 19 seconds. Good gap. Vanderbilt wins. Now we have to Alabama. They take on 32 USC, but that's not the game of the day. Well, both these teams, SC and Bama, they had back to 23. Homer Griffith will be your pivot. Morgan Clark, Bobcats, and Cal Clemens are running backs. Ford Palmer and Julius Pascal are receivers. Offensive line, Ernie Smith, Aaron Rosenberg, Roseville, and John Guy, Whiteley, Billy Lee, Bear Bryant, yes, that brother. Debbie Danovich, Charlie Bear, Ed Morrow, your linebackers. Jimmy Anderlich, Dixie Howe, baseball card. Now Loser and Riley Smith for your rookies. Well, SC in the tournament, in the all-time tournament, was represented by the 05s, the 04 squad. 04-05 SC squad. The Bama was represented by second, 7, 3 yards. Yes, everyone of the 128 schools will have represented. Bama gets it to the 36. Joe Riley is in it. Young Boozer, Butler, Nesbitt, and Riley Smith. Running backs, Glenn Hudson, Bear Bryant, running receivers. Wow. Jim Watley, Charlie Moore, Kay Francis, Bobette Moore, and Bill Lear. Your flanks, SEP line, Ford Collar, Ernie Smith, Kay Brown, and Grace Barley. Linebackers, Carter Erskine, and Phil Sweet. Bob Getz, Urban Ward, Rudy, Orville, Park, and Homer Smith.
First down.
First down. Up 15-7. Turn the clock.
Timeout defense.
I see close timeout.
Timeout defense. First down.
First down. Al forced for 14, 7 yards of touchdown. Riley was the main man. And he ran for 102 yards. That's what he was. Griff up 2 for 6, 70 yards of touchdown. And he was a runner in the rest. Bama tackled Clark in the end zone. Griffith to 6. He has a touchdown. 7-2. And Hal Hudson made it 9-7. And then Nesbitt ran for a touchdown. So yeah. Done by Bama 57. Let's see if we got part of the next one. Recap. See the recaps and all that. No, it was on Bama. That's good. Let's down this game. To Tulsa, then to I believe Illinois, right? No, Indiana. Terry Moss is your quarterback. Bobby Jack Stewart, Kent Wilson, Charlie Mitchell. Running backs, Steve Larger, Mike Goodnight, the right receiver. Obviously, this is the best Tulsa team around 1944. And they did well, and this Steve Larger played for the University of Tulsa as a wide receiver. Anyway, Glenn Burgess, Ellis Jones, Melto Pruitt, Carl Buda, and C.B. Stanley in the flank. A&M Blue Line, Ernie Smith, Rob Nett, Ernie Canal, Jim Sterling. John David Crow, Prince play linebacker, Lieutenant Line, Brock Oddish. Ryan Pugh, Darius Moser, John Kimball, Marlon Jeffrey. John David Crow, Royal Bill Coniston, John Kimball will run the ball. Bruce Smith and Will Lawson will turn the receiver. Ernie Canal, Marshall Robnett, Tom Klein, Tim Bowler is line. For Tulsa, their defensive line, Steve Larger, Glenn Burgess, Steve Stanley, Paul Goodman, Bill Jarrett, Delta Pruitt, and Carl Buda. Your linebackers, Bobby Jack Stewart, Corey Moss, Charlie Mitchell, and Dick Wilson.
Start is good.
A&M.
Timeout, offense.
Also did have the passing attack. That's it. As Osman 6.296 yards, here went 2.2 yards. Kimbrough ran for 140. Passing attack. Fueling Kimbrough, so they went put him at 6 for 12. Two touchdown runs for 2 yards. Kimbrough touchdown run, Moser touchdown run, Moser 26 yards. So they just ran the ball down, also scored. 34-25. Possession recap. That's all set for no mistakes. For the switchback now. All right, so now we head to Indiana, right? Yes, we're gonna head to Indiana. Army in Indiana will be playing the game. Army favored by 9. Best Indiana team until 2026. Nick Clover, Robert Hayes, receivers. X Coulter, John Green, James Enos, Arthur Giometta, and Alan Davis for each line. Indiana. Ted Kuczewski, pitcher Red. Russ Steele, John Wolfsburg, and Bob Ravensburg. Linebackers Lewis Clover, John Kennedy, and Alan Brown. Curtis Bork, Pete Pihos, George Talavero, and Anthony Thompson. Of course, this is the Indiana school that represented the entire 2018 tournament because every person working on the job over there. Turn 2.
First down.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense. Timeout, offense.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
The extra point is good.
Pivot for Indiana. I know Fernando Mendoza deserves credit, but this was at the point of Pete Pihos, George Talavero, Anthony Thompson for green backs, Ted Kuczewski, Bob Ravensburg for receivers. Russ Steele, Leroy Stover, John Kennedy, Kylie Brown, and John Goldsberry, your offensive line. D-line, Army, Colt, Mike Cooper, James Enos, Tex Coulter, and Pitzer. Doug Blanchard, John Green, Arthur Giometta, linebackers. Arnold Tucker, punt name is Sauer, returning.
First down.
Flag on the play.
False start. Offense.
The extra point is good.
Excessive celebration. Offense.
The extra point is good.
First down.
Rourke 5 to 14, 76 yards. Tucker, Davis, Shabbat, Davis moved touchdown. And Davis ran for 154. Derek touchdown. Davis and Bogart, Davis and Blanchard. Spins and yards. 35 to 20. Recap. Nobody was unavailable. Billy Davis. Sorry, but that's how I feel. All right, we're going to head to Illinois next as the 24 Illinois squad takes on 39 Tennessee. 44-yard right range and everything that running backs. Chuck Castle, receivers. O-line. Chuck Brown, Lord Sliver, Bill Roberts, Roy Miller, Dick Hall. Tennessee's D-line is Ed Cyphers, Art Charge, Reggie Blake, running to help with Carl Pickens also. Sam Barfani, Paxton Reynolds, Mike Clay, Eric Berry, George Safuko, Johnny Butler, Jamal Lewis. This is the Tennessee squad that made the 2018 tournament. That's the center. Actually, I thought it was the 98 Titans volunteered with Team Martin. I thought they were. If not, 1924 Illinois did not represent the team. That was the 2007 squad that shot Ohio State. 3 yards.
First down.
Good call from. What's that? Bruce Lumber, Bill Robbins, Gordon Miller, linebackers, Stevie, Greg Range, Arrow, Greg Hall, Molly, Matthew. Seven.
First down. That's all. And now we're going to head to Minnesota as the 40 team takes on 38 Duke. Minnesota will start the ball at the 40-yard line. Coach Frank at pivot. Bob Seeker, Bob Paff, George Edmond, running backs, Rick Upchurch, Urban Onsen, Bill Francisco, Bill Alfie, Purdue, Olo Purdue, Rick Grandberg, Bob Classic, Olo Billy, Jack Hill, York, Sonny Jefferson, Bob Greenberg, Jack Davis, First down. First down. First down.
Flag on the play.
Pippin. Receiving team. Illegal use of hands. Offense.
recap. Smith, all the nice guys there. All right, so yeah, it's the first game that the losing team has scored more than 7 points. Now on to the big one, Notre Dame, Michigan. Now, it was all randomly drawn. I had nothing to do with this. No, this is not the Michigan team that represented Michigan. That was the Mary Stuber will run the quarterback spot. Don Miller, Jim Crowley, unrelated, running ball. Dave Casper, unrelated. That's a line. Justin Tuck, Michael Stonebreaker, Adam Walsh, Michael Kaiser, Texas and our names by the representative. Scoring the 103. Michigan is off team as the Joe Rogers, Albert Wister, Lindsey Kelton as kicks. Ralph Fritz, Minnesota, English linebackers. Tom Harmon, Westball, Hall. Crash.
First down.
So the games, let's just review. The 1934 Bama squad beat 32 USC 15-7. 39 Tennessee beat 24 Illinois 19-0. 45 Army beat 45 Indiana 21-0. 24 Notre Dame crushed 40 Michigan 40-6. 40 Minnesota beats 38 Duke 21-13. 38 Texas Christian wins in overtime 12-6 over 35 North Carolina. Texas A&M 39 beats 44 Tulsa 28-0. And 48 Vanderbilt beats 21 Nebraska 16-0. Summary. The offensive player of the week, Davey O'Brien for Texas Christian. No 300-yard passers. Well, not really. Their leading passer was Davey O'Brien with 130 yards. Running, John Kimbrough of A&M 140. Don Miller 131. Glenn Davis 112. Dixie had 102. All in winners. Dermot Horner is your defensive player of the week for his 3 sacks, and Vanderbilt's Lee Nally is the special teams player of the week. I think he made that punt return for a touchdown. All right, so what does the schedule say for next week? Poof. Late snow in Minnesota. So it's 45 Army heading to Tennessee to take on 39 Tennessee. 24 Notre Dame will head to Nashville to face 48 Vanderbilt. 39 A&M heads to Minnesota against the 40 Gophers, and 38 Texas Christian, 34 Bama. So I think we definitely are going to be watching. I think it will be. We'll go in order. Yeah, I think we'll go in order. Tennessee, then Vanderbilt, then Minnesota, then Alabama. So that we're going to see some very intense games. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, everything got randomized. So we'll see who wins this tournament. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu.